Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We've got a little helper here today. Hi, my name is Winnie. She's being very loving with me as of late, and so she is stuck to me like glue. But today we are going to be reviewing Murder, She Wrote by Jessica Fletcher and Donald Bain. If you don't know about these books, they are based off of the Murder, She Wrote TV series. These are standalone novels. They don't relate specifically to any specific episode. There may be some things that sort of sound familiar or may have happened, you know, one little aspect of something from a book that was in an episode, but for the most part they are brand new storylines. And the great thing about these is you do not have to read them in any order, which I like because they're kind of on the harder end to find if you want to get them sort of secondhand. So this book follows Jessica as she's invited down to Hawaii to help out the police there and to help them with how they can help use the community to solve murders and work with the community and the police as one. Jessica's there. She's been asked by her good friend Dr. Hazlitt, Seth, back at Cabot Cove, if she can go and meet up with this young lady called Marla. Seth knew her uncle and he had recently passed away, so he wanted to try and get a letter to Marla and her family of condolences. So Jessica does meet up with Marla, they have a coffee. She finds out that Marla is sort of a teacher at the local school or college, and she is really interested in sort of the fauna and flora of the island, and her main thing at that point in time is she is trying to stop this big telescope, I believe, to be built on the side of one of the volcanoes. She feels that it will disrupt, you know, the beauty and the nature of the island, and there's a lot of rifts between the community about this telescope. And so Jessica goes along her merry way. She says bye to Marla, and then kind of within the next 24-48 hours Marla ends up down the side of a cliff and swept out to sea. And so obviously that is the murder of the book, and we follow Jessica because obviously her and the ex-detective that she's working with within the police for these lectures that she's giving, they obviously do not think that it's murder and they have other suspicions. This was my first time reading anything set in Hawaii. The only things that I know or have learnt about Hawaii are from Elvis's film Blue Hawaii and the Alani Resort. Aside from that, I don't really know much about the island. I would love to go one day and visit the state itself, but yeah, until then I will read up about it. And so you do, I feel, learn quite a bit about the culture and the lifestyle there. It does say at the start of the book, the author, he does write a little bit about thanking people that have helped him put this together, people that who live and work on the island, to help, you know, get the language right and capture the beauty and the culture of the islands. So from this, I mean, not only do you learn bits of the language, you learn obviously about what the island looks like, and you also get to learn about the food and other aspects of the culture. I think there was one bit in it where they said you shouldn't whistle once the sun goes down. Again, I don't know how true this is, but I like to feel that this is quite accurate from that prologue at the start, saying how much sort of help they had to piece this book together. And you also get to know about obviously a Hawaiian funeral and what that's like, and just things that maybe you wouldn't necessarily learn unless you were fully immersed within the community. I mean, you can go and visit Hawaii, there's a very slim chance that as a tourist you're going to attend a funeral, so that was interesting to learn about. And this book did feel kind of like one big holiday and like adventure, in the sense that obviously Hawaii is such a beautiful island. Jessica is there obviously for work, but there are aspects of leisure that she has on this in this book, and so it does feel like you're a tourist going along with her and learning about the different parts of Hawaii. It feels like your own sort of tour guide around the island, whilst obviously they're trying to solve this murder mystery. And so obviously the book itself just had a really nice flow to it. I did read it quite quickly. There are other bits, like Jessica goes and hikes up a mountain and her own life is put at risk, which can be quite a continuous trope through the books, is that Jessica at some point in her life is, you know, put into risk, and I feel that sort of rolls over from the TV shows as well. There was always that element that Jessica was putting herself in trouble for being too nosy and looking and investigating into these deaths. And so a little bit about obviously the plot with the murder mystery. There are a lot of different people who we start to suspect. I really tried to get my super sleuth hat on for this book. There are sort of ex-boyfriends, there are people Marla worked with within the college, there are people on the committee board who are all go for this telescope, and so there's lots of areas of suspects. There are sort of misses of husbands that are also in the picture. You know, there is quite a few suspects within this book, and for me personally, I mean, I'm rubbish at trying to solve the actual story of it. I felt though with this one I could kind of pinpoint where we were heading with it. The plot line and the plot twist at the end and the big reveal wasn't so much of a big reveal for me. It was like, okay, it wasn't like we've picked a character that we've not heard of throughout the whole book, but there was a plot twist at the end that did catch me off guard. So even if you solve who the murderer was, plot twist still might get you. And yeah, so obviously I gave this book 5 stars, hence I'm doing a review on it. I didn't realise it was a large print book when I got it off Vinted, so it was kind of an adjustment at the start to get through and start reading it, but I really enjoyed it. So if you're looking for maybe what murder she wrote book to pick up, then I would really recommend this. So let me know if you've read this book. If you have, what did you think of it? Does it sound like something you might pick up? And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Make sure you hit subscribe and then you won't miss any future videos, and I will see you soon. Bye guys.